All right, once again, good afternoon, everyone. For this afternoon, we will be discussing a new lesson, which is network diagram, critical path method, and Gantt chart. Okay, so let me just share my entire screen. So I will be sharing my to iPad to everyone. Okay, for a while, okay, let me know if my iPad is visible on your end. Okay, can you see the iPad, guys? The iPad screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, miss.
All right, very good. Thank you very much. So for this afternoon, let's have one example. Now, by the way, this tool is actually part of the planning management function. However, I really decided to discuss this personally so that you will be able to know no, the purpose of doing such tool. Okay, so let's say, for example, you are to conduct a seminar about I don't know what type of seminar, but in the description of the activities, you did a consultation with barangay officials. So maybe this is an maybe a corporate social responsibility type of seminar wherein you conduct it outside, no, or in a maybe partner barangay, no, just like what CIT is doing. Okay, so what you're going to do in writing an activity table is you start with your activity code. So usually we use the alphabet, no, the alphabet in order so that we know which activities will fall next after the other. Okay, then you will describe each of the activity. Then after that, you will then have a precedent activity. So when we say precedent activity, that is the activity to be done first before proceeding to the next activity. Mura siyang prerequisite, kumbaga, in terms of, let's say, in your prospectus or in your curriculum. Okay? And then, of course, your time estimates. So we will assume that the time estimates for this example is in days. Okay? So what you're going to do is you draw first the network diagram. So in drawing the network diagram, okay, we use the symbol circle for the nodes. Okay, so since activity A has no precedent activity, that is assumed to be the first activity then. Okay, and then it will take 2 days to do that. So you just draw a circle and then you put the activity code and then you write the number of days it will take to finish that activity, which is 2 days. Okay, then after that, you look at the next activity. Once you're done with project team planning, you proceed now with the consultation of barangay officials. Now, when you consult with the barangay officials, you can actually do also activity C, which is you reserve the guest speakers. That means in the precedent activity of A, it indicates that they can both be done simultaneously. No? So activity B will be done in 1 day, while activity C will be done in 2 days. Maybe perhaps the speakers are not available in just 1 day. So they have to revisit or go to the speakers in a maximum of 2 days to do that. Okay? So if that's the case, since they are done simultaneously, okay, they will come out of activity A simultaneously as well. So B is 1 day and C is 2 days, right? Because you have to do 2 days for the reservation of the guest speakers. Now, for the estimation of materials and equipment expenses, since you're done with consulting the barangay officials, you already know how many let's say participants you need, no? Is there a space or is there a need to borrow equipment of the sound if the barangay does not have one, something like that. So you do estimation on your materials and equipment expenses. So in that case, the activity D should be done after B is completed. So if you're going to draw that, it will look like this one. With how many days per D? That's 1 day. All right. Now, for activity E, you should finish now activity C and D first before you can proceed with the fundraising. So that means You have to reserve the guest speakers first, and you have to estimate the materials and equipment expenses first before you know how much funds to raise. So, like for example, let's say your funds that you need to raise will be based on the, let's say, how do we call that? The professional fee of the speakers, no? And then for the expenses, since you already consulted with the barangay officials, you know how many participants, that will be the time that you can also complete your materials and equipment estimation. So if that's the case, you should finish C and D first before you can proceed with E. So therefore, it will look like this, wherein you need 3 days to complete activity E, or the fundraising activity. Then same goes with F and G. They can be done simultaneously together, wherein you canvas and procure now the materials, followed by renting of the sound equipment, because you already have raised the funds. You already have money to proceed with buying the items and renting that sound equipment, because the barangay does not have one. Okay? So therefore, they are done simultaneously. So F and then G. For the F, how many days? That's 1 day. And G is also 1 day. Now for H, you just have to finish F. So you can print the certs and program now if you're done with the canvassing and purchasing of materials, including the certificate holders, the bond papers, or the special papers for the certificates and the program itself. So that means you just have to finish F in order to proceed with H, which is another 1 day. And then, of course, for the I, for the information dissemination, G and H should be done first before we can already disseminate the information na, hey, we are conducting this seminar. So, therefore, all of that will be on activity I with 3 days duration. Okay, so medyo wala na ako natarang og spacing, no? However, this is now your network diagram. Okay, now, the next part is you are to make the Gantt chart. Okay? So, for the Gantt charting, guys, sorry, we start first with the critical path method first. So for the critical path method, what you're going to do is you are going to list all the paths that you see in the diagram. Okay? So what are the paths that you've seen in the diagram? So first, we start with the first path. So let me draw maybe yellow here. So the first path is A, B, D, E, F, H, I. Correct? That's your first path. So we write that down. A, A, B, D, E, F, H, I. Then how many days man na siya na path? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 days. Next path. So the next path is, maybe I'll use a green here. The next path is A, B, D, E, G, I. No? Pwede. A, B, D, E, G, I. And how many days is that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days. Next path. A, C, E, F, H, I, right? So A, C, E, F, H, I. So that's 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days gihapon. And then the last path is ACEGI, right? That's the next path, ACEGI. How many days is that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days. Okay, so you have 4 paths. Now the question here is, which path is considered the most critical? Is it the path with the most number of days or the highest number of days? Or is it the path with the least number of days? That is my question. You can type in the chat box. I will be looking at your answers. Or you can unmute yourself if you have an answer to that. So which one is the critical path? Is it 11 days or 12 days? Sige, any answers, guys? Is it the path with the highest number or the path with the lowest number of days? What do you think is the answer? Anyone? Lowest. So Chris said the lowest. How about the others? Anyone? What do you think? Is it 11 or 12? So Dwight says it's the highest. Adrian says it's the highest. Okay, I'll give you a scenario, all right? Now, notice that G is the number of days that I can actually extend one more day, correct? So let's just say I will extend one more day to path G or to node G or activity G. G is the renting of sound equipment. If I will extend one day to activity G, okay pa ba siya or dili na? So this will become 12 days and this will also become 12 days. Okay pa ba siya or dili na? If path 2 and path 4 will be 12 days, okay pa siya or dili na? Okay or not? Okay, not okay. What do you think? Okay or not okay? If I will extend one more day for path G, which
Okay
will
po, ma'am.
lead, okay pa. Nga naman, there are even paths that will finish in 12 days, correct? So, adding one more day for paths 2 and 4 is still considered okay. Therefore, G is not actually part of the critical activities. Therefore, which are the critical activities? So, these are the activities in the path with the highest number of days, weeks, months, or the highest timeline, in short. No? So, therefore, your critical paths are paths 1 and paths 2. Paths 3. Why? Because if I will extend one more day to activity H, it will now go to, or it will now lead to 13 days, which is based on your activity table, you are to finish the activity in just 12 days. Okay? Therefore, it's not anymore suggested that there is an additional day for the activities in the critical path. So kindly type in the chat box, critical path equals highest timeline. So therefore, you cannot anymore adjust to these paths. No? So write in the chat box, critical path equals highest timeline so that you will remember that. Okay? So therefore, the critical path is the path with the highest timeline. Okay? That's your clue. Alright? I hope that's understood. So si Chris ra akong estudyante. How about the others? Okay, how about the others? Only Chris wrote that critical path equals highest timeline. Uy, where are the others? Oh, loading already akong phone. Okay, very good. Now let's proceed to the Gantt chart. So for the Gantt chart, guys, what you're going to do is just write the activity codes. Diba? There were A to I activities, which is 9 activities, no? Then you will write when are you going to start no doing the team planning. So let's just assume that we start today, which is March 5. So March 5 karon, and then March 6. Okay. Now the question is, when am I going to end? March 9, March 8, March 9, March 10. So when man ko mo end, guys? Dapat in 12 days as well. Correct? Because that was the critical number of days that was provided to me based on my computation sa taas. So therefore, I should finish by 12 days. When is the 12th day? I think it's March 16, no? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I will end the activity in March 16. So if that's the case, no, I will just write, okay, I'm sorry if this is not a perfect line. Okay, but just to show, no, how it will look like in the Gantt chart. Okay. All right. Now let's make now the Gantt chart. So in this case, it says here that the first activity is project A and there is no precedent activity. Therefore, I have to finish it in 2 days. So kailangan, I'll be able to finish that by March 5 to March 6. Okay? So I should be able to finish activity A in 2 days, March 5 to March 6. Now, activity B should be finished daw after A with 1 day, no? So meaning, inig March 7 ako makastart. 1 day lang. Okay? So that's how you do the Gantt chart. Next, activity C is 2 days after A as well. So pwede ko makastart by March 7, but I have to finish by March 8. Okay? Then D is 1 day after B. So 1 day after B. So I have to finish it by March 8. Madungan sila sa activity C. Then activity E, I should finish it daw after C and D. So therefore, timing that C and D is finished by March 8, I can start already the fundraising by March 9, March 10, and March 11. Okay? Then, F is after E. So, and G is also after E. Tigbo 1 day sila. So, F is 1 day after E, and G also 1 day after E. Okay? And H is after F. So, 1 day. Now, the last one is, dapat daw, I should be able to disseminate the information na there is a seminar ongoing after G and H is done. However, H is done a little later by March 13. So, dito ko masumpay ni March 13. And that should be in 3 days. So, 1, 2, and 3. So, therefore, sakto ang akong answer sa babaw that there are 12 days na critical path method. Therefore, this is your Gantt chart. Now, so may purpose ni Gantt chart, ma'am. So the Gantt chart's purpose is for you to be able to check if you're still on track or not. Let's just assume that today is March 12. Dapat daw by March 12, mahuman na ka sa activities F and G. So ito si F ug G, mahuman na daw ka og palit sa mga materials and you are already done renting the sound equipment. Now, let's just assume that we are not yet done raising the funds. We're still on activity E, but it's already March 12. So, are we behind or are we on track? That is the question. So, assuming na dapat by March 12, you're already done with activities F and G, but you're still on activity E. You're still raising the funds. Are you on track or behind schedule? You are what? You are behind schedule. No? So the purpose of Gantt chart is for you to be able to check, are we still on time? No? For big projects like construction, kana sa SM Arena, no? Kana si even construction firms, no? Or even small projects or seminars, if you're able to create well or plan well the path, the flow of your activities before the actual activity is to be done, then you can use this tool, no, the network diagram, the critical path method, and the Gantt chart in helping you plan out the activity. Okay, so project managers are using this. We even have already softwares using Gantt charts, no, nga automatic na siya. You just have to input the activity table and it will already draw the Gantt chart for you. You can actually also use this in your own thesis, no? Like chapter 1 should be finished first before proceeding to chapter 2. Pila man ka days atong gialat for chapter 2? Is it months, days, so on and so forth. You can actually use Gantt chart for that. Okay? So, since we are already done with that, I will be saving this photo so that you have a copy. I'll save this to the files. Next is kamo na pod. Answer this problem. So I will be screenshotting or sending the screenshot of this in the chat box. Kindly make the network diagram, the critical path method, identify the paths and which one is the critical, then create the Gantt chart starting with March 2006 as your first amount or first account, no, in the Gantt chart. Then, since the duration is termed in months, so therefore, you have to put there month 1, month 2, but you have to specify. So, March 2026, April 2026, May 2026, so on and so forth, until when it is to be done. Okay? So, what I did in the Gantt chart is in terms of days. Sa inyo ha, it's in terms of months. Alright? So what you're going to do is answer it. I will get back to you by 4:15. So you have 30 minutes to answer. Write it in any piece of paper. Take a photo. Upload that in our chat box. And you have to also upload that in our Google Classroom. Then I will check your answers and we will show the answers after. Okay? Sige, I'll give you the time. Answer that one. I will upload the seat work. And I will also showcase or show it here in the share screen. Okay? So you have 30 minutes to answer. I'll get back to you by 4:15.
Excuse me, ma'am. Gantt chart ra, ma'am.